What's up, Sock Now? Good to see you. Let's get started. Oh! And then I pressed the wrong button. Waiting to see if I am back live. Okay. Already having a good start to the stream. So instead of hitting the button that says stop streaming, I hit this one that brings me up. Ooh, I better change the temperature of the lighting. It's just bad. It's all bad. There we go. What's up, Evelyn? Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, got natural colors now. Okay. Trying to start stream and like my whole computer rebooted and everything just reset, so I had to get everything redone. It's been a hell of a night. Had somebody important to me really going through it, so I had to help out with that. And that, you know, when you got your important people, things take precedence. But now we're in it. We're in it. I'm Know Nothing Attorney. I know nothing, so you can too. Because it's only in embracing that we know nothing that we can actually learn anything. And that's what I'm here to do every time I'm live. That's what I want to do. I want to learn from you guys, and I hope that y'all can learn along with me. Like, nothing much going on. Like, the Supreme Court decision was good, but I also find it to benefit Trump in a different way. Like, he could start sanctioning countries he doesn't like. I mean, also he's like, who gives a shit? Like, nobody gives a shit anymore. The Supreme Court says no, and he's just like, I don't care what the Supreme Court says. Like, literally, we can go back to the quote where he said he has an Article 2 that lets him do whatever he wants as president, and he's right, because nobody will do anything. Hey, Maddie. Welcome in. How's everybody's Friday? Like, we can chill for a minute. I can chill for a minute, so I can get my shit together. Actually, a pretty good day. Good to hear it, Maddie. What's going on? I'm trying with the stream titles to be a little less confrontational, because I feel like we're in a place where being confrontational with conservatives just isn't going to do anything. Like, they don't want to talk. So, trying to invite some understanding. SCOTUS shooting him down and making him have a meltdown is solid fuel. Yeah, it feels good in a way. To, like, I don't think it doesn't make me feel good at all as far as Trump goes. It does feel good to be like, okay, thank God, at least there's like some sanity. Like, I mean, it was only 6-3. It was only 6-3, guys. It was not 9-0. It was only a 6-3 decision. It's not an epic win. Wasn't surprised about Roberts. Like, people don't care anymore. People don't care anymore. I think it's a shitty time to go to law school. Like, you just look at everything and go, really? Is this even a rule? Is anything a rule? Nothing matters anymore? All right, anybody got links for me? Before we just get to working on stuff? I don't know that it can be a super long night for me. I mean, who knows what happens like when I get into a debate and actually get into it, and then there'll be like a 4-hour stream, but we'll see. I was thinking tonight, I think we need to keep working on the various aspects of what we need to get done to really have a product ready when we start getting more people in. We've been working on the Constitution. We worked on a script last night, so I need to make that video on my time. One thing I want to work on is what should we... I think we should have a proposal for what a delegation should look like, because a lot of people are going to be freaking out about the idea of the Constitutional Convention, and they're going to be like, well, yeah, the states can just make whatever kind of delegation they want. They get to choose their delegates. And... one second, y'all. What was I saying? I mean, yeah, people are going to say that states can make whatever kind of delegation they want, and then, like, based on the delegation they choose, or Congress could choose, based on what they set out, well, we could all be fucked based on who goes to the convention. So we need to have a proposal, and we need to be pushing that proposal, like, along with the Constitutional Convention, or else what's the point? We're just going to have corporate bought people in there, and that's one thing that we need to try to figure out a solution for before we go into it is like, whatever delegates go, the corporate interests could buy any of them. So how do we protect ourselves from that? Do we need like a lottery system so that they can't buy all of them and like functionally win? I don't know. We need ideas. His views were similar with Obamacare about taxation. Who is Roberts' Chief Justice? Oh, I'm surprised they went with the decision, but I don't think it'll do anything. Not if we can't impeach him. If we can't impeach him and we can't 25th Amendment him, then there is nothing but the convention left. That's the only way to remove a president other than those two options. Well, only the three options that I want to talk about. I know some people bring up a fourth option, but I don't want to discuss that on stream. That is not what I'm interested in. That is not something I advocate for. We're not talking about the fourth option. I don't think it's good the Supreme Court has that much power, even if in this case it was against Trump. What do you mean, Evelyn? What power did the Supreme Court exercise that you don't think it should have? I mean, all right. You know what? Is the opinion out that we can read? Because I'd be interested in reading that. Yeah, it is the point of SCOTUS. You know, something like, I don't feel like it was as much a thing before Trump. I'm really tired of people talking about politics like it's just a like prices game. It's very frustrating. Okay, let's get rid of that. Was it learning resources v. Trump? Yes, it is. Oh, I know, but they shouldn't be allowed to get in the way of debt relief or wealth taxes? Why not? I'm confused. They should just get in the way wherever the Constitution gets in the way. That should be what their role is. Okay. Just kind of counterintuitive to the greater good. Their job isn't to act for the greater good. Their job is to keep things in line with the Constitution. If we want to act for the greater good, and the Constitution isn't doing that, then we need to amend the Constitution, not look to the Supreme Court to change what the Constitution says. That's an invitation for problems. Okay. Let's look at this Supreme Court decision. Let's be some law nerds up in here. So far, when I've read decisions live, it's gone well. That guy came in here trying to tell me that I didn't know what I was talking about when it comes to prior restraint and First Amendment rights, and I kind of showed him. Please, if you haven't gone to law school, don't try to explain to a lawyer how to read a case. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay. Whoop. I think I need to resize this again. Sorry. Because it is too... Well, I can just read it like this. This is fine. Okay, the question presented is whether the International Emergency Economic Powers Act authorizes the president to impose tariffs. Shortly after taking office, wow, they stated that very simply. There's a very simple way to present the question posed by the case. Why do they make the font type so small? Like, that's my judgment on the Supreme Court PDFs. Yeah, it's like, I feel like it's a weird font to read this stuff in. Maybe that's just because I'm used to reading it in textbooks. I don't know. Where's my religious liberty textbook? Yeah. Yeah, this is how I'm used to reading cases. It looks like this. That's what I'm used to. This is Religion and the Constitution. It's the one textbook I kept from law school, and the light's just shining. There we go. Yeah. Good stuff. Religious shit is what got me into law school, so I had to hold on to it. Austin and the East Texas cult. I did see Trump fall asleep. Let's pull that up. We gotta pull that up because that's beautiful. Oh, I need a new window. All right, fine. Ow. Where's my window? Oh, there we go. I like that it says Trump bored to sleep. Dude, he's just not capable of staying awake. You're not getting this correct. Can we just say he's too old to be president? I don't think we had a problem with that before, did we? Suddenly it's a problem to acknowledge that a president is too old for the job? He's bored of peace. What a national embarrassment. What a national embarrassment. Has this double space times New Roman 12 point font. I mean, yeah, it's standard. I'm just not used to seeing it in that context. Is it the same font size as state legislature bills? That's sundowning. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's Austin. That's not a video. There we go. You'll love to see it, folks.
For the last few months, we've had a team on the ground of U.S. military experts preparing the infrastructure for the ISF. This team's already operating from a combined joint operations center that's going to be the headquarters for the entire ISF. As you can see on our map, our plan is for the ISF
with all the subtlety of a high schooler.
Sectors, each sector receiving one ISF brigade. In the short term, we plan to deploy to the Rafah sector first, in addition to the training of police. Midterm objective is to continue to expand sector by sector, all moving to our long-term.
Oh boy.
But a genuine commitment to a region where whether you're a Muslim, Jew, Christian, of any faith or none, you can rise by your own efforts and feel your government by your side, not on your back. That is the vision.
Look at him lifting his chin. He's like, if I do this, I won't fall asleep.
And it remains the best, the only hope for Gaza, the region.
Where was is this the real bad one? Oh yeah, he's gone. He's gone. And he tries to clap along. Oh man. Oh, that's good. That's good. Wait until he face plants into the table someday. Oh yeah, like if the chin on the hand and then just. I just want to look real quick, guys. That like lasagna. No. Leave it alone. Lasagna, come here. Yes. Nah. It's lasagna. I don't think my audio's muted. Look. Oh, okay, all right. Okay. What do we got over here? Surely there's some other good stuff. Okay, 10% tariff because he's throwing a hissy fit. Oh yeah, Elon Musk committing voter fraud. Yeah, go figure, huh? Everything's projection, isn't it? How weird. Okay, I gotta resize this. Turns out there was voter fraud in Georgia, but it was Elon Musk. Oh, yeah. Well, color me surprised. I mean, there's not a lot more to say. His PAC sent pre-filled ballot applications out. Not even the first time. I mean, oh my god, there was the fucking thing with like the lottery that wasn't real. They just committed fraud to get people to like sell their votes. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. That's surprising. I mean, he was literally paying people to vote for Trump, which is also illegal. Yeah, not only that, he was paying people to vote for Trump to enter themselves into a lottery that was paying no one. So, double illegal. Lawlessness from the court. Oh boy. We just hate the Supreme Court doing its job these days. Huh. Yeah, no one did actually get paid that I'm aware of, unless somebody got paid after he was being accused of his lottery not being real. To hold a press conference on the Supreme Court knocking down his... Oh, I guess he already did that. Okay. Oh, we were looking at the Supreme Court case. And then I really need to get to the delegations, which is what I want to talk about tonight. Okay. IEPA. Shortly after taking office, President Trump sought to address two foreign threats: the influx of illegal drugs from Canada, Mexico, and China. I mean, that's a very... Oh. That's a very gracious way to put that. Just two foreign threats: the influx of illegal drugs. Okay, where's the... Oh, and large and persistent trade deficits. What the fuck are they talking about? What the fuck are they talking about? Who's the author of this? Is a slip opinion. Okay. Great. Great. Chief Justice Roberts announced the judgment. Okay, we decide whether the IEPA authorizes the president to impose tariffs. God, what an embarrassment. This is the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court can't fucking write a negative opinion about the actions of the president without kissing his fucking ass. This is so embarrassing. This is so fucking embarrassing. Large and persistent trade deficits is not a foreign threat. What is that? How can the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court write that with trying to take himself seriously? That's not what a trade deficit is. It's not threatening. As the example I love is the grocery store one. It is not threatening that I have a trade deficit with the grocery store. They're not going to buy shit from me. But I'm happy that I get to buy a ton of shit from them. Never trusted Robert since his confirmation hearings. Yeah. This is maddening to me. The president determined that the first threat had created a public health crisis, and that the second had led to the hollowing out of the American manufacturing base and undermined critical supply chains. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. He invoked his authority... Oh, yeah. There we go. He invoked his authority under IEPA to respond. Enacted in 1977, IEPA gives the president economic tools to address significant foreign threats. He is the public. Yeah, he is the leading cause of death in America this year. Trump had 1 million Americans die under was what? Hey, Liddy Braz, welcome in. To what degree can Trump just ignore SCOTUS on this? Because I remember reading about Andrew Jackson defying SCOTUS over the Marshall Trilogy cases regarding the Indian Removal Act. The answer is just always what can the president get away with? The answer is just always as much as Congress will let him, or as much as his cabinet will let him. Because without Congress being willing to impeach and remove him, without his cabinet being willing to determine that he is not fit to be president, then he should do whatever the fuck he wants. Especially now that the Supreme Court has decided that he has no criminal liability whatsoever. It's impossible for him to be charged with a criminal, like with a crime. There's nothing to stop him from doing anything. He could go shoot somebody in person on the street and walk away fine. He could go shoot up Congress and just get rid of the Democrats. He could do that. No one would stop him. And then the Republicans would definitely not impeach him for that, so I don't know why he hasn't tried it yet. Madison and Adams were afraid of power imbalances and dictatorial overreach. Yeah. But Congress isn't afraid of that anymore. Congress thinks all of their jobs are on the line. And suddenly that has become, well, we either let the president steamroll everyone, or I lose my job. We're in a great situation, aren't we? They never accounted for a branch where the leader was a sniveling coward who actively colluded and eroded their own power base. Yep. The Supreme Court has become an embarrassment. Law means nothing. Rights mean nothing. He could even illegally remain in office. Then we have to add the military into the equation and be like, well, is the military just going to sit by and let stuff like this happen? I don't know, man. I don't know. This is why we need a constitutional convention yesterday. Okay, since imposing each set of tariffs, the president has issued several increases, reductions, and other modifications. Forgive me, guys. Did not mean to stream this late. As I said when I first came in, had somebody important to me was dealing with some crap, so had to let that take precedence. 1 month later, he removed a statutory exemption for Chinese goods under $800. Less than a week after imposing the reciprocal tariffs, the president increased the rate on Chinese goods. Oh my God, I can't. Petitioners and learning resources and respondents in VOS selections filed suit, alleging that IEEPA does not authorize the reciprocal or drug trafficking tariffs. The learning resources plaintiffs, 2 small businesses, sued in the United States District Court of D.C. The VOS selections plaintiffs sued in the United States Court of International Trade. Government moved to transfer the learning resources case. Okay. Let's get to the meat of the thing. Based on 2 words separated by 16 others in section 1702A1B of IEEPA, regulate and importation, the president asserts, that's a fun way to put it, regulate and importation with 16 words in between. The president asserts the independent power to impose tariffs on imports from any country of any product at any rate for any amount of time. Those words cannot bear such weight. Well, thank you, Roberts. I appreciate your very honest interpretation of the law. These businesses sued for what? Okay, all right, we'll go back. That wasn't the part that I was super interested in. I wanted to see how they applied the law. I mean, they sued for the tariffs, I guess. Like, argued the district court lacked jurisdiction under 28 U.S.C. 1581, which gives the CIT exclusive jurisdiction of any civil action commenced against the government that arises out of any law of the United States providing for tariffs or their administration and enforcement. The D.C. the district court denied that motion and granted the plaintiff's motion for a preliminary injunction, concluding that IEPA did not grant the president the power to impose tariffs. Though that makes sense. Can't take it to the court for tariffs. If the president's not allowed to impose tariffs, that would kind of be an oxymoron. Hey, wow, thank you. Welcome in, guys. Thank you, Horseradish. Appreciate you here. Welcome, everyone. I'm Know Nothing Attorney. I know nothing, so you can too. In this channel, we debate, we look at the law, we look at the news, and we try to prepare the way for a constitutional convention to rewrite the Constitution, because that's really the only way, honestly, that we can fix any of this shit. We need a constitutional convention, period. As much as we hate it, as much as we fear it, it's the only thing we can do, so the best thing we can do is be prepared for it. Yeah, Horseradish, what were you doing back on your channel? Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution sets forth the powers of the legislative branch. The first clause of that provision specifies that the Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes. Checking the tech for tomorrow night. What, for debates? I'm looking forward to getting the chance to do that. I can't wait. It's just so much stuff going on, man. So much stuff going on. Hey, hello from the Dominican Republic. Hi there. Trump has been an overwhelming net harm. Ah, yeah. Very, very much so. Watching UAP disclosure stuff. Oh, okay. How did that go? That's definitely not in my wheelhouse. Correct, my OBS was crashing on Wednesday, so we need to get it straightened out. Well, best of luck. I'm excited to get the chance to get in there and do a good old-fashioned debate. My mode of debate is usually like I don't like, I understand debates in the traditional context. I usually like to go into debates where it's like, well, let's look it up. Let's look it up right now. There's no reason to not look it up, because if we both don't know, then we should look it up and we can educate ourselves in person, period. That's not usually something you get to do in debates. But I am looking forward to getting to do a debate, like just the old-fashioned way, see how I can handle it, because that's not how I usually get to go about it. Fisticuffs. It is for hours. What is? What, do you get to look stuff up? Kurt chose to come with sources. We need receipt. Oh yeah. I would definitely expect that, like, people should come to a debate like with sources and knowing their shit, especially if you have time to prep about the subject that you're going to be talking about. It's just usually there isn't like live researching, and that's what I try to encourage people to do when I'm talking with people. And it's like, people aren't like, I watch debate channels, and usually it's like, oh, you have to look something up. Wow. It's like, we should be allowed to do that. We should be able to feel comfortable looking something up, because we should encourage people to like learn stuff they don't know and not be ashamed of not knowing things. Oh yeah. Good faith only. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Horseradish. Domino's the most blood-curdling duel system? That's right, Horseradish. Part of the theory behind this channel is that, at least in America, we have lost the ability to appreciate not knowing things. That should not be a source of shame. That should be seen as an opportunity, both to like learn more and to grow in yourself. Those are supposed to be good things to do. Hell yeah, Horseradish. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Admitting you're wrong should be a source of pride. The Dominican Republic want to be a colony of the USA? In Dominican Republic, you love Trump? Why would anyone love Trump? That doesn't make any sense. What? It doesn't. Well, that doesn't make it doesn't make it make sense. Like if everybody loves it, that doesn't make it make sense. Worm is epic. Do y'all not like rights in the Dominican Republic? Do y'all not want to be part of America so that you can have rights? Because that's not something you get under Trump. Yeah. Okay. This is what I was talking about earlier. I'm tired of people talking about politics like it's just about like money in our pocket. Like there should be more important things than that. Like you should not be willing to trade freedom for having a better economy. That doesn't make any sense because there is then no guarantee that you get to be one of the beneficiaries of that economy. If you give away rights, then you don't get any guarantee of anything anymore. People on Dr. Love, people in Dominican Republic love Trump because they think communism is bad. Well, great, let's move to authoritarianism. That's fantastic. We were poor under Joe Biden for lockdown. But that has nothing to do with Joe Biden, Worm. That doesn't... Ah! Okay. You recognize, like, okay, if a meteor struck Earth tomorrow, would that be Trump's fault? Whether I've been to the Dominican Republic does not matter. I know law, and Trump is not in support of law. And if you want to have a system that is lawless, you have no guarantees of any rights, of any benefit. You are throwing everything away. Inappropriate innuendo. As a Canadian, that is how I feel so much with the current U.S. government antagonism toward us. I don't want to see Canada give in to Trump demands because he could just take it away. Yeah, like he has no care for anyone. He does not believe in rights. It does not, Worm. You got to give me logic. You got to give me a reasonable basis to believe that your position is correct. Whether or not I've been to the Dominican Republic does not matter. Because if you don't have rights, you have no guarantee things will get better. You only think things will get better because they're bad now. That is not how things work. Okay, we need USA to help eradicate Haiti from the earth. Worm, if you say shit like that again, you're gone, dude. He's literally reviewing SCOTUS's rejection against the tariffs and Trump's 2-year... Like, yeah, seriously. Like, the Supreme Court came out against Trump today, and he's just like, well, too bad. I don't care what the Supreme Court says. How is that a leader that you want? How can you expect that leader to look out for you? He doesn't care about law. He doesn't care about the limits of his power. So then why do you think he's going to care about you? I don't understand geopolitical politics at all? Okay. Dude, it doesn't matter where you are. These rules apply. An authoritarian gives you nothing. Gives you nothing. It doesn't matter. An authoritarian gives you nothing. It doesn't keep you safe. It doesn't do that. I mean, he raped his wife, so he does not care about the people closest to him. No, authoritarian governments do not protect their citizens. Why do you think that? That doesn't make any sense. Authoritarian governments are only in the interest of the people who are running shit. Okay, Worm. Bye-bye. Oh, whoops. You don't get to come in here and say that you can't rape your wife because she belongs to you. That's not okay. That's not okay. And also say that Haiti should be wiped from the face of the earth. Not dealing with that shit. Not doing that tonight. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, Trump doesn't like people. He doesn't like any people. Like, there are literally no people that he likes. He only wants to be around people who help him have a better time. That doesn't mean he likes them. I'm just a Canadian, but I thought American ideals were anti-authoritarian. Yeah, no shit. That is supposed to be what things are here, but like there are people like, well, maybe we need an authoritarian. I'm like, then you don't understand what authoritarianism is. What are you talking about? I am very disappointed in the lack of basic civics knowledge in this country. Beam me debate. If you don't vote for me, you ain't brown. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Listen, suck now. You don't need to be Puerto Rican to hate a guy like that. Anybody who supports authoritarianism doesn't deserve to be liked. I've met a lot of people from the Dominican Republic who are viciously right-wing. I mean, yeah, it happens everywhere. Like, none of us wants to be a colony. How many people loved to hate taxes but love the tariffs? Do you agree with that statement? About voting for you? Or are you asking me to defend Biden? Because that's a thing that the people on the left do. People on the left love to defend Biden and defend the Democrats. What? About voting liberal. I would agree that that everyone should vote liberal to move the Overton window to the left. Do I think that if you vote a certain way, you do not have a certain skin tone? I mean, that's kind of a stupid thing to say. No, I don't think that. If you want me to address the question directly, no, I don't think that. Yeah, also not a liberal, so... Well, if anybody in here is a liberal, I hope we can change your mind someday. Maddie, you're a liberal? Since when do you love capitalism? I'm a democratic socialist. Yeah, I'm on the left. Liberalism involves the embrace of capitalism. It's be me debate. It's just like saying like MAGA isn't conservative. It's extremist. Like multiple things exist on the left and the right. Liberalism is in the center and left, but if you go farther left than that, it's no longer liberal. So if you go farther right than conservative, then you're like where MAGA is, you're no longer conservative either. Conservative socialism? Dude, liberal doesn't mean what you think it means. Liberal doesn't just mean on the left side. That's not what liberal means. Liberalism requires the embrace of capitalism. So if you're farther left than liberal, you are no longer a liberal. But also, I live in a hyper right-wing state. We don't have a functional left-wing political system beyond moderate. Yeah. Well, to a lot of people, that's all it means. Yes, those people don't know what they're talking about. So that's why I'm using correct terminology. Like, how would it help for me to continue to use things in the wrong way? Like, if I were to use communism in the way that most people mean it, it wouldn't mean anything. Communist wouldn't mean jack shit. So I'm going to keep using things the way they mean stuff. Like, I mean, I did a whole fucking hour-and-a-half long video about the 5-minute PragerU video where it asks whether fascism is left or right. It's like, well, if you know what those words actually mean, then there's not a question here. Like, just look at what words mean. It's really not hard. I do think we've had a lot of shifting of what liberalism means in the US over the past 10 years. I mean, they've used liberal to mean, like, on the left side for all my life. It's not a helpful term. In the sense of established Democrats and their staunch supporters. Yeah. Well, it's like your core beliefs. I don't know what liberal means to you. At a minimum, liberalism involves embrace of capitalism. I don't embrace capitalism because I don't embrace any system that creates poverty by definition. Liberal primarily refers to a political and moral philosophy centered on individual liberty, rights, equality, and consent of the governed. It advocates for democratic systems, free markets, and protection of freedoms like speech and religion. Holy shit! It's not like I can Google it. It's not like I can Google it my ass. B-Me, did you have something you actually wanted to debate, or did you want to quote something 6 years old and see if I supported it because people on the left support Democrats somehow? Yeah, so I would not be a liberal. I would be a democratic socialist because that would embrace a lot of those ideals and would embrace socialism. Because I don't love the quote-unquote free market in terms of capitalism, that's not a label that I would adopt. I see where the confusion comes from, and it's that people don't know enough about civics. Like, as soon as you start getting involved in political discourse online, you should know the difference between these things. Because people use different words to describe what their alignment is, and that tells you more about what their positions are than, like, if I used your meaning of the word liberal, you wouldn't know what I stood for. But I mean, like, Evelyn, that problem comes from liberalism being the core basis for American government. Everyone who formed the American government in the 18th century was a liberal, under the literal meaning of that word. Me debate. Do you not understand the problem with going what the majority usage of a word is? Most people don't know what they're talking about. Leftism goes beyond. Me debate. I will ask again. Did you have anything that you actually wanted to debate about, or did you want to like talk about a quote that was 6 years old and in what I have to assume is bad faith? Like, I don't think you would actually assume that anyone would support that quote, even the person who said it. Debate you on free will, that's not really a political issue. I mean, sure, what's your stance on free will? Let me at least hear that first. Because I think this debate would end pretty fast. Yeah, how do you debate it? Okay. I think that's a perfectly possible outcome of the analysis of free will. And we can't prove it either way. So, cool. It's kind of a pointless topic. How does it not exist? Because you are nothing but atoms moving around. That's it. The only way that you can make a decision is by a proton or an electron making a certain movement. And that movement is just the nature of protons and electrons of moving around. It's hard to know. But also, we have the experience of exercising free will, so who's to say? I mean, like, there's no way of, like, making a conclusion on the argument. Like, that's my point. We experience free will, but also what we know about matter is that matter just reacts to other matter. That's it. Actually, no, water is not wet. Water isn't wet, sorry. But be me debate. Experience, perception is all we have. So, like, how do you know anything beyond perception? This is a pointless debate. This is so dumb. Water is not wet. Water is a quality that it attributes to other things. Okay, guys, what's a sandwich? It's a hot dog a sandwich. Sure it is. It's a borscht. Okay, so hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. No, that's not the right thing. Hold on. I gotta change the fucking... I remember to change it this time so it doesn't say starting soon, because that would be really confusing. Okay, I'll be right back. Also, what the fuck is going on in chat? Are we gonna have, like, a bad faith right-winger come in and just completely derail everything? Okay, I'll be right back. Is the chaos still happening? What's going on? Dark matter? Being pretty dismissive of the free will argument? There isn't a free will argument. It doesn't exist. Like, if you're on the side of free will, shouldn't you be able to say some words in defense of it? Like, literally, we experience free will and all we have is experience. That's it. Let's... I just gave it to you. That's it. I have a better question for some people in chat. Does the dog fetch the ball because the dog finds it fun, or does the dog fetch the ball because it believes the human finds it fun? Oh god. What's happening? What has chat become? I don't have a stance on one side or the other. It's a pointless question. I'm literally agnostic on this. It does not matter. Okay. That's why I found it laughable to begin with. Okay, where were we? Government filed a motion to expedite and a petition for certiorari in VOS selections, and the learning resources plaintiffs filed a petition for cert before judgment. Okay, here we were. Basically, Robert said that the president's argument is stupid. Why do we hate you again? Oh, hi, Matthew. Oh my god. It's literally impossible either free will exists. I didn't say both can be true at the same time. I just said that I'm agnostic because it's a pointless argument, as neither one can be proven. It's a pointless argument. I'm agnostic, not that I hold both truths to be true at the same time. That's it. This is what agnosticism is. How are you confused about agnosticism? In the lay meaning of it, not in the literal definition of God belief or not. Coward bullshit. No, it's the default position of having no position on something. I don't have to have a position on anything, and the fact that I'll defend it is the opposite of a coward's position. It's not cowardly to hold no position. Most people should hold no position on most things. What? You can't get to an answer by thinking about it because neither one can be proven true. You didn't. Oh, you came to a conclusion. That doesn't mean it was a logical conclusion. I'm not proud of you for coming to a conclusion. I'll be proud of you for other things, but just coming to a conclusion for the sake of coming to a conclusion. Like, it's saying, like, where did the universe come from? Oh, we don't fucking know. Be me debate. Where does the universe come from? The Big Bang is a thing that the universe does. It's not where the universe came from. Asking me that wouldn't do anything because I'm agnostic as to the idea of free will. What? Where does the universe come from? Be me debate. Oh shit, Matthew, you saw it? The ambassador of babies. It's not. It is the same amount of difficult because you don't have any information to solve the question. Yeah, Optimus, the stream has gone crazy because a bad faith person came in to just say random shit. Can't believe I'm defending the idea of having no position on something that you cannot have any kind of proof on. Okay. So where does that get you in the process of answering the question? How is that any different from molecules colliding? What? Hey, we could argue again over which new branch should be listed first. If there's nothing else but the universe, what does it expand into? Itself. Damn, Optimus, damn. We're just saying bullshit tonight, y'all. So ridiculous to say free will both exists and doesn't exist. No one's saying it exists and doesn't exist. What the fuck? Ah! Free will is a sandwich. I'm going to start with the position that free will is a sandwich. Because we don't know what free will even is. So that means that it could be two pieces of bread with something in between it. Or one piece of bread that is open face with stuff in between it. Especially if free will is something I might be able to decide it to be, and then I can decide that it is two pieces of bread with something in between it, or one piece of bread that is cut open to be open face with stuff in between it. I'm not going baby mode. There's just nothing here. You're continuing to argue a pointless topic. Oh god, somebody took a stance. Free will doesn't exist. What am I gonna do? Dude, I've got literally a whole bunch of topics up there. I have chosen topics. They're all up there. Dude loves babies. Okay, Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution sets forth the powers of the legislative branch. The first clause of that provision specifies that the Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imposts, and excises. It is no accident that this power appears first. The power to tax was, Alexander Hamilton explained, the most important of the authorities proposed to be conferred. Oh my god. Get to the point. Power to impose tariffs is very clearly a branch of the taxing power. That's because tariffs are a tax. Go figure. Indeed, the framers expected that the government would for a long time depend chiefly on tariffs for revenue. You're a white guy fighting your hairline. I'm a white guy fighting my hairline? My hairline hasn't had any problems. My hairline's doing great. Can we be real? That sounds xenophobic. All your debate topics are kind of boring. Oh no, not criticism of my debate topics. Oh my god, it's almost like it's a politics stream, be me debate. I was taking an agnostic position too, by the way. I was saying it can exist and can also not exist. That's not really an agnostic position. Claiming that it is both things, like that is you have made a determination. That is not agnostic. Vote for my party, not the other, is literally the point of political discourse, right? Like, what is that? Politics is boring is exactly what a baby would think. I mean, politics is just everything. Politics only has two choices, though. Kind of lame. If you disagree with your own party, you still vote for them. well, I don't vote for them. I vote for my side, which is voting to move the Overton window in a certain direction. So I don't vote for the party. I vote for the greater normalization of more left-leaning politics. Hey, little Donnie Fund, how you doing? Enjoy the verdict. I did enjoy the verdict in the Supreme Court. That's what we're looking at right now, but I mean, I don't really think it matters. It's nice to see the Supreme Court lean more sane, but it doesn't really matter. Because Donald Trump is just going to do whatever the fuck he wants, and no one's going to hold him accountable. Be Me Debate, like, I have streamed to 0 people for like a month and a half, so I'm doing pretty great right now, in my opinion, so you're not going to make me feel bad. This is not how trolling works. Trolls literally made me a Twitch affiliate. Let me help you understand that. Trolls helped me be a Twitch affiliate. You're not going to do anything here. Hey, Be Me Debate. You wanna ask what my personal goal is? Because my personal goal is to change one mind. And I've accomplished that once before, and once before that, and once before that, and I'll do it again. So, I don't know who you think you're arguing with. I don't really give a shit about changing your mind. You're a bad faith person, so who cares? I didn't say change your mind. Are you a narcissist? Is that what you think I said? Only a narcissist would hear what I said and think it was applied strictly to them. Dude is literally begging for the streamer's attention. Be Me Debate, honestly, like, I don't have any interest in debating you on anything. Like, it's been a waste of time. Ooh, 3 babies in a trench coat. That's quite, yeah. I think you nailed it. Abortion is literally, it is in the debate topics. Politics isn't just 2 choices, and if you choose to accept that as truth, then it erodes. Well, Optimus Scrim, it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about politics in a first-past-the-post voting system, then it... Well, only in elections does it come down to 2 choices. So I still agree with you even in a first-past-the-post voting system. Because in between those elections, there is a lot more to be done. That's true. Uh-oh, Maddie's stepping in. Guys, scatter, Maddie's here. Hey, Evelyn, you're not allowed to talk to Maddie that way. No, I'm just gonna be amused by you, Be Me Debate. You really want the streamer's attention, and it's adorable. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up soon. This really got off the rails tonight. All right, I'm gonna skip news tomorrow. I'm gonna go straight to what a delegation will look like. That's more important than all this bullshit. I wasn't that surprised about Trump being in there, but everyone from Lutnick to Musk is making it very obvious that this is absolutely a cover-up. But the question is, will there be accountability in the U.S.? That's a real question. That is a real question. It entirely depends on what's going to happen to this regime. If the Trump regime is removed at all, then I would hope there would be accountability. Polls are really showing that I mean, and results so far are showing that Republicans are going to get trounced if we have a fair election. So there would be accountability, but we're going to have to see if that even happens. Yes and no. I was once playing catch with my mom, and she threw a wild pitch at me, and it hit me in the cheek and broke my glasses. Turns out I ended up with a deviated septum from it. Oh, Jesus, Maddie. This upcoming midterms will maybe be the most important ones ever in this country. I mean, I think they already are. I think they already are the most important midterms because it's a huge question as to whether or not they will even occur. All systems corrupt themselves in the end. Doesn't matter if it's left or right. We need change. Twitch Trubate. People need to hold politicians and others leading figures accountable. People have been subjected to I mean, this is why I would say I advocate for a constitutional convention, because you could just kind of fuck up the idea of both sides that have existed for the past several decades. Just fuck it. Let's do something else. I should have the deviated septum from snorting. Okay. If they don't steal it via executive order. I mean, yeah, that's the issue. Like, I mean, what does the executive order even mean anymore? Okay. I'm kind of done entertaining it. That's fine. I don't normally ban people like that, but it's just annoying. Oh, yes. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you. I know I do. I know I do, and I need to start posting to social media. Hopefully life will calm down soon. Still trying to get all this shit figured out. Like, somebody can only stream after 11 o'clock. Like, how much freedom do they have to even do shit? Bro, it's insane how angry he is over not being able to talk about specifically. He really needed attention. Kind of feel sorry for the guy. Like, if he is here at, I mean, whatever time it is, his time, at the earliest, it's probably 11:30. If he's here at 11:30 or later on a Twitch stream with 10 people that he doesn't even like, and he's really trying to get the streamer's attention, things must be really fucked up for him. It's NPD for you. I mean, yeah. I mean, I kind of actually got the vibe. Like, that's what that felt like. He wants a friend. I don't. That's the attitude of somebody who doesn't believe that they are worthy of friends, but wants some of the stuff that friends come with, just attention. Clavicular. Okay. I didn't even get through. Okay, I'm going to finish going through this opinion, and then I'm going to call it. And then tomorrow night, I'm not going to look at anything else. We're just going to look at delegations for a constitutional convention and what that could look like, and how to solve the problems with, like, a corporate takeover of a constitutional convention delegation. Because honestly, I'm not sure what the answer is, but I'm sure we could find one. Recognizing the taxing power's unique importance and having just fought a revolution motivated in large part by taxation without representation, the framers gave Congress alone access to the pockets of the people. I feel like citing to taxation without representation, like, even in a context where it, like, is relevant, it feels like baby's first Supreme Court. Like, people who barely passed law school are the ones running the show now. Like, I don't understand. There's always an answer, even if it's the wrong one. Well, thank you, Optimus. I hope to find no wrong answers. I hope to find a good one. I mean, I guess it's always helpful to identify wrong answers. So hopefully we can find a one that would actually be effective at curtailing that possibility. Someone is lined up in my Discord wanting to debate? Oh, shit. What? What is this? Wawo. Best time to... Hell, I'm here to challenge you at any topic of your choosing. Do you accept? If no, explain why. I mean, this is just that guy. Okay. Well, I'll accept the debate. Hold on a second. How do I fucking... Oh, shoot. Accidentally banned him. Fuck. Damn. It sucks being a boomer who doesn't know how to operate Discord. I accidentally banned that guy. Yeah. Shit. I know. For some reason, I can't stop doing it. I'm accidentally just banning people when I mean to, like, jump into the voice channel. Cyronius, hey! I was not expecting to see you here. Been a while. And it's late. Ow. Okay, okay. Government concedes that as it must, the president enjoys no inherent authority to impose tariffs during peacetime. I mean, it's just an obvious case. Like, the Supreme Court should never have had to take this up. Like, God, this is way too long of an opinion for them to just say the president doesn't have the power that Congress has. That's the whole argument. That's the whole case. That's the whole legal argument. We shouldn't have to say that the president doesn't have the powers that the Constitution doesn't say the president has. Do you love tariffs or hate them? Okay, I hate them. Maddie, I'm trying to end stream. Stop it. Hold on. What's going on? I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to wrap it. Okay. What does this say? God damn it, this is too large. Utah Supreme Court rejects appeal to overturn congressional map with Democratic-leaning district. Uh-oh. Hey, stop it. Nice. Nice. Win. Well, yeah, I said uh-oh sarcastically. That's a W. Okay. Tomorrow night, I'm not going to look at anything else. We're just going to talk delegations. Okay. I'm No Nothing attorney. I know nothing, so you can too. Because it's only in embracing that we know nothing that we can actually learn anything. That's what I do. That's what I want to do every time I'm here live with you guys. I want to learn from you, and I hope that you have the opportunity to learn with me. And as always, I'm proud of you. I don't need to know you personally for that to be real. It's true, and you deserve to hear it. If only because life is hard. It's always been hard, and it always will be hard. But the way you face each and every single day, the way you do, is remarkable. So stay remarkable, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night. That was a wild one, guys. This is a weird stream. Freaking weird stream. Oh, Raid Echoplex? They're live? Okay. You got it, Maddie. Thank you for pointing out to me that Echoplex is live. Alright, guys. Go show Echoplex some love.
Russell-J. Gould is in charge because he's the postmaster.
It's all been slid under FEMA, under the emergency war power.
Don't dry dock. Don't dry dock. Use protection and lubrication.
They can only have jurisdiction for 12
What up, attorney? No, nothing, attorney. What's up?
mile radius, right? So don't take their
Oh, we had you on your. What a nice person you are. No wonder you didn't come back until quite a while later. Oh, everybody follow No Nothing attorney. Everybody follow No Nothing attorney. My God, what a nice person.
And the fee for freight on their bills of the letting.
Wallow XD. Well, thank you for following
At the
the
U.S.
channel.
Supreme Court, when it comes to placing file stamps on your document, I've had them.
Oh, you can come on right now.
September 31st as a date on my file.
What are you doing? You can come on the show right now.
I show up there at 0900 and they're putting 1000 on there, right? So,
Oh, 1000. That's called 1,000, sir. Thousands of birth certificates, tens of hundreds of birth certificates. Oh yeah, go get laid. Hell, if you're heading out, I don't even think you're in the. Oh, if you're heading out, yeah, you're heading out. Go get laid. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what you're doing here.
moved through the positions of space on them and corrected them in many different ways. But if their lips are moving and they're writing on paper,
Did
out of the U.S. Supreme Court
I
right
okay.
now,
What
If I'm heading out this late,
I thought I hit raid, guys. I thought I hit raid.
And because
No?
I'm old and ugly, I'm
Start raid. Ah, there it is. Okay.
they're lying to you. So
robbery. Yeah, armed robbery.
Still learning. Still learning.
I'm going to
Got it.
crime. Thank you very much.
All right. Go raid.
and they have to be able to
Good night, guys.
Oh no, hit me up on Discord. No, nothing attorney.